How are you all? Children, in the last video, I have explained you the phenomenon of reflection of light, and we have done questions and numericals related to that. Students, in this video, I am going to start a new topic, that is images formed in a pair of mirrors. Now students, we will talk about, in this topic, we'll talk about the pair of mirrors. How images are formed when we are taking a pair of mirrors, either inclined to some angle to each other. Okay, so what happens, it is observed, it is found that when two mirrors are inclined to each other at any angle, I am saying, okay, it is to 90 degree, it is 90 degree, this is mirror O, for example, it is A, O, it is OB, there are two mirrors A, O, OB. I am saying, image is formed in a pair of mirrors, that means two mirrors will be there, A, O, OB. Okay, there are two mirrors AO and OB. When these two mirrors are inclined at any angle, let's say they are inclined at an angle 90 degree to each other, they are perpendicular to each other, then what will happen in every case, at every angle, what will happen, the object, anywhere you keep the object and the images will be on the circumference of the circle, whose center, circle has a center also, whose center is at the point of intersection of the two mirrors. That means what? Again I am explaining. If two mirrors are inclined at any angle to each other, let's say 90 degree, then the object and the images, wherever you will keep the object and its images, here not only one image will form, more than one image will form in all these cases, the object and the images will always be where? At the circumference of the circle. Okay, अभी circle कहाँ से आ गया मैम? Circle is that circle whose center is at the point of intersection of the two mirrors. Where the two mirrors will intersect each other, circle का point वहाँ होगा, and the radius. Now if it is a circle, there will be a radius. What will be the radius of that circle? The radius is the circle. The radius of that circle is the distance between the point of intersection and the object. For example, let's say here I keep an object P. Okay. Then what will happen? The radius, this is the center, the point of intersection of the two mirrors is the center of the circle. Radius is what? The distance between the point of intersection and the object. This will be the radius, and the object and all its images will be on the circumference. Wherever you keep, wherever the image will be formed, कहीं भी वो बने, लेकिन it will be on the circumference always. Understood? Again I am explaining. When the two plane mirrors are inclined to each other at any angle, let's say I am taking 90 degree, then there will be a circle, whose center is at the point of intersection of the two mirrors. Okay, first point, there will be a circle whose center is at the point of intersection of the two mirrors. Second point, the object and the images, object and its images will be lying where? On the circumference. Okay, on the circumference of that circle. And what about the radius of that circle? Radius of that circle is equal to the distance between the point of intersection and the object. Okay, I hope you will understand this. Okay, I will explain you later also. Okay, now children, see, next important thing to understand is this: what is the number of images formed depends on the number of images formed in a pair of mirrors always depends on the angle theta degree. At what angle the two mirrors are inclined to each other. The number of images is always depending on what? At what angle the mirrors are inclined. As in that previous diagram I have taken, the mirrors are inclined at 90 degree to each other. But always it is not the case. They can be inclined at any angle to each other. Okay, see, on the angle theta degree between the two mirrors. For example, see, case 1, two cases will be arising. if n equals to 360 degree by theta degree. What is the theta? Theta degree is the angle between the two mirrors. At what angle? For example, the mirrors are like this. It is also what? 90 degree case. But maybe the angles are like this. Or the angles are like this. The mirrors are like this. These. What is the angle between the two mirrors? If the mirrors are like this to each other. What is the angle between the two mirrors? 0 degree. Because they are parallel to each other. Okay, so likewise, mirrors can be inclined to each other at any angle. So, majorly two cases are there. What is the first case? If n equals to 360 degree by theta degree is odd, then what will happen? I will explain you with an example. If n equals to 360 degree by theta degree is odd, then what will happen? The number of images is n. Okay. When the object is placed asymmetrically. Always remember, when the object is placed asymmetrically, the number of images will be n if n is odd. If n, you will find out n, 360 degree by theta degree is odd if the number of images is asymmetrically placed. And second, the number of images will be n minus 1, and you will get it from here. Okay, and you will get it from here, children. You will calculate n from 360 degree by theta degree, where theta degree is the angle between the two mirrors, children. The number of images will be n minus 1 if the object is placed symmetrically. Symmetrically means at the bisector of the two angles. Okay, you just remember that it will be given in the question that the object is placed asymmetrically and the object is placed symmetrically. If the object is placed symmetrically, always remember that it will be n minus 1, and if it is asymmetrically placed, that the number of images will be n. Now I will give you an example. See, for example, let's say that the angle between the two mirrors is 72 degree. Okay, let's say the angle between the two mirrors is 72 degree. We assume that means what? Theta degree will be 72 degree. Okay, now we have to find out the number of images n. What is the formula of n? Just now I explained you, 360 by theta degree. Is it so? Now you can put the value 360 by 72. What is the answer? When you divide 360 by 5, what is the answer? It will be 5, children. Okay. Now you know that what is n. N is even or odd? N is odd. Now we get to know that n is odd. Now I will explain to you what are the two cases in this. If n is odd, again we have two cases. What is the first case? The number of images will be n if the object is placed asymmetrically. That means if the object is placed asymmetrically, the number of images will be 5. If the object is placed symmetrically, that is on the bisector of the two angles, then the number of images will be n minus 1. That means 5 minus 1 equals to 4 images will be formed. That means what? If the two mirrors are kept at 72 degree angle, okay, then the number of images will be 5 if the object is placed asymmetrically, and the number of images will be 4 if the object is placed symmetrically, children. Okay, I hope you understood now. Now, next case number 2. What will happen? See, what will happen if n is even? N is what? 360 degree by theta degree is even. Just now we have discussed about when n is odd. Now n can be even also. What will happen if the n which you calculate is even? Then in that case what will happen? Every time the number of images will be n minus 1 for all positions of object. For all positions of object, you remember that the number of images will always be n minus 1, children. For example, here also I will give you an example. For example, if the angle between the two mirrors, if theta degree is 60 degree, let's say, okay, see 60 degree, first of all we have to find out always n. N is what? 360 by 60. 6 is an even number, and we got as 6, which is even number. Okay, children. Now the number of images. Now since n which we got is even number, so what is the number of images for all positions of object? It will be n minus 1. N is 6, 6 minus 1, 5 images will be formed if the angle is kept at 60, if the angle between the two mirrors is 60 degree. Always remember three things. If n is odd, I'll summarize here. If n can be odd, n can be even also. If n is even, always remember that the n minus 1 images will be formed. If n is odd, again two cases arises, asymmetrically placed and symmetrically placed. Okay. When it is asymmetrically placed, it will be number of images will be n only, and when it is symmetrically placed, it will be n minus 1. This is the gist or the summary what I have explained you just now. Okay. N can be odd or even. Again, odd is classified into asymmetrically placed and symmetrically placed. Asymmetrically placed, the number of images will be n only, and symmetrically placed, it will be n minus 1. Whereas for even numbers, when n is even, always n minus 1 number of images will be formed for all positions of the object, children. Okay, children. Now, broadly, we will discuss only two cases here. We are discussing in this book syllabus, we are going to discuss only two cases. Case number one, when the two mirrors are parallel to each other. That means what? When the two mirrors, let's say A, B and C, D. There are two mirrors. I have taken two mirrors A, B and C, D. When they are kept parallel to each other, these two mirrors are parallel to each other. Okay. Now what is the angle between the two mirrors? Since there is no angle, that means theta is 0 degree here. So theta is 0 degree. To find out the number of images, what is the formula I explained you? N equals to 360 degree by theta degree. Okay, this is the formula. Now put theta degree as 0 here. When 0 comes in denominator, the answer is infinite. So that means when the two plane mirrors are parallelly placed to each other, how many number of images are formed? Yes, an infinite number of images are formed. But you will say, ma'am, when we have not seen. For example, when you go to barber shop, okay, how many? You can see that the mirrors at the back and in the front of you, they are also placed parallelly to each other, no? But you will say, ma'am, we are not able to see infinite number of images. Yes, you are not able to see infinite number of images. Why? Because as the number of images are increasing till infinity, their brightness is also decreasing. That's why you are not able to see all the infinite images in the two mirrors placed parallelly to each other. Okay, I'll show you by a ray diagram for this. It's an important question. Okay, now see here carefully. Look, for example, here I'll draw. These are the mirrors which are placed parallelly to each other. Let's say AM and BM1. AM and BM1. Okay. This is the base of the two mirrors. Okay, base of the two mirrors. Line joining the base of the two mirrors. Let's say here the object is kept. In between the two mirrors, the object is kept. Let P is the object. Okay. Let P is the object kept between the two mirrors placed parallelly to each other. Let's see, children. Let's say from the P object, what will happen? The two incident rays will come and strike the mirror AM. It can strike the mirror BM1 also. That will be also a different case then. For example, it strike the mirror AM. These are the incident rays. Yes. Now what will happen after striking this mirror? What will happen? It will reflect. When it will reflect, since these two rays will never meet, what will happen? We will extend them back and make a virtual image. This will be the image I1. Okay. Now the reflected rays will act as incident rays to the mirror BM1. Okay. जो रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ है मिरर AM से रेज जो आई हैं, that will be acting as incident rays to the mirror BM1. That means these two rays was first ray and this second ray will act as incident ray for the mirror BM1. अभी incident ray आई है BM1 पे, then what will happen? BM1 will also reflect these two incident rays, children. Okay. reflected. Now it will happen, since these two rays will also not meet, again what will happen, these rays will be extended back and will make images, so it will be I2. Likewise, this rays will act as incident rays for AM1, it will be again reflecting. Same way, this process continuously going to occur when the plane mirrors are placed parallelly to each other. When these two rays are reflected, what will happen? Again we will get an next image, down it will be. Okay students, let it be here I3. Likewise we will get I1, I2, I3, I4. Likewise we are going to get the number of images, infinite number of images, when the two mirrors are placed parallelly to each other, children. Okay, now it's an important case, you have to practice this diagram, ray diagram. Okay, next topic is what, children? See, where we are using this when the two mirrors are placed parallelly. I already explained you, in a barber's shop, when the mirrors are arranged parallelly to each other, you are able to see a number of images, at least 2-3 images you are able to see. Okay, next case number 2, when the mirrors are placed perpendicularly to each other. Mirrors are placed perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular. Here I am writing perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular to each other. See, now if it is placed perpendicular means what? This is a mirror. This is the mirror BO, and this is the mirror AO. This is the mirror AO, this is the mirror BO. They both are placed perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other, that means what is the angle between these two mirrors? 90 degree, theta is 90 degree, children. Okay, now how many number of images? N equals to, formula is 360 degree by theta degree, which is equals to 360 by 90. 360 by 90 is what? 4. The number of images will be 4. N is 4, not number of images. Number of images will be if the now N has become even. Even it has come? Yes. If N is even, the number of images is N minus 1 for all the positions of the object. Just now I explained you. Okay, so N minus 1 will be 4 minus 1. That means 3 images will be formed. If the mirrors are placed perpendicular to each other at an angle of 90 degree, that means how many number of images will be formed in that case? 3 images. Where those 3 images are formed, I will explain you through our ray diagram. See, children, for example, mirror BO and OA are the two mirrors placed perpendicular to each other. Let's say there is an object P. Let's say there is an object P kept in between the two mirrors. First of all, what will happen? Now rays are coming from anywhere. Let's say from this P object, two incident rays are falling on the mirror BO. Okay, if incident rays are falling, what will happen? It will reflect. Yes. When it will reflect, what will happen, children? We are making a virtual image here by extending them back. This is the object, this is the image. Let's say P1 or P1 we will say. Okay. Here only we will make an idea. Here only we will get it. P1. Here's the image P1 we will get. Now it can happen that this is the object P. A normal ray, incident ray will go like this also on OA mirror. If it will go like this, then what will happen? The reflected ray will retrace the path since it is falling normally on the mirror OA. What will happen if it is falling normally? The images will form the where? Here. This is the image P2, children. Is it so? P2. Now, what about these reflected rays, children? these rays which are reflected from the surface from the mirror BO, these two rays will act as incident ray for the mirror OA. What will happen again? They will be reflecting. Then what will happen? We will extend them back and we'll get an image of P1, P2 and P3. What I explained to you that the three images will be forming. I have formed three images where the object and the images will be on the circumference of the circle. Will be on the circumference of the circle whose center is at the point of intersection of the two mirrors, and the object is placed at the radius of the circle. This will be the radius. Okay, understood? Again I am explaining, when it's something congested and it's not, circle is also not clear, but you see the book, I am explaining here. For example, again I am explaining, two mirrors are there, BO and OA, kept perpendicularly to each other, that means 90 degree. If 90 degree n we got as 4, since it is even, we do number of images will be n minus 1, 3 images will be forming. Okay, how 3 images are forming I am explaining. Let P be an object placed in between the two mirrors. Okay, P is an object. From the P, light ray will come on OB like this, and when incident rays will be reflected, what will happen? Reflected rays will take them, extend them back, and we'll get an image P1. Okay, it can at the same time, from the P, incident ray will fall on OA normally. Okay, when it is falling normally, it will reflect back in the same medium, in the same path, at the same path. And what will happen? If it is reflected back, what will happen? We'll draw a virtual image at the point P2. Now, the reflected rays which come from the mirror OB and falling on the mirror OA will act as incident rays to the mirror OA. जो reflected ray BO से आई और OA पर गिरी, वो कैसे act करेंगी? Incident rays की तरह act करेंगी for the mirror OA children. Okay, when they will act as incident rays, what will happen? They will also reflect back. Okay, and what will happen is these rays will not meet anywhere. We will extend them back and we'll get an image P3. So this way we'll get how many images? 3 images, P1, P2, P3. Whose, again I am explaining what I have explained you in the starting of the video, that what? The object is P and its images will be where? Will lie on the circumference of the circle. They are lying on the circumference of the circle. Whose center, circle का center कहाँ है? Whose center is at the point of intersection between of the two circles, and object is at the radius of the circle. Okay, I hope you understood this ray diagram. Okay, next topic is what children see. Next is uses of plane mirrors. Where we are using all the plane mirrors. See, you can see a book also. I am dictating what are the plane mirrors uses. First of all, the most common and wide use of plane mirror is as a looking glass. It is at your home. Okay, it is at your home as a looking glass. We all are using it. Secondly, in the barber shop for seeing the hair from the back. Okay, here two mirrors facing each other are placed parallelly to each other, so that you have a front view as well as the back view. Okay, next, in solar heating devices such as solar cooker, solar water heater, a plane mirror is used to reflect the incident light rays from the sun on the substance to be heated. In periscope, in kaleidoscopes, we are using plane mirrors. Okay children, likewise in the optician's room. Okay, to increase the effective length of the room, sometimes what happens, the room is not too big, but when they place mirrors on the walls, what happens, it gives an illusion that the room is bigger or larger than its original size. In an optician's room, to increase the effective length of the room, it is done by keeping a plane mirror on the front wall and the signboard on the opposite wall. Okay, since what happened, they are kept placed parallel to each other, what will happen? Infinite number of images are formed. Okay, just behind the patient. For the patient, the signboard is at nearly double the length of the room. When he will see the sign board on the front mirror, it seems it have an illusion that the signboard is at the double length of the room. It just increase the effective length of the room by using plane mirrors. We have many more uses of plane mirrors in the book. I hope you all will practice the ray diagrams which I have done on the board today and learn the uses of plane mirrors. For you the homework is what, children? Read from page number 155 to 156, okay, and search answers of exercise 7b in book. Answers of exercise 7b in book itself. Okay, children, in the next video we will discuss all these question answers as well as